Hey everyone, just wanted to go over some things that are important to look up in SchoolLoop as well as Google Classroom. So I would say your first stop should be SchoolLoop. That's where you can access your child's grades as well as see any missing work or incomplete assignment. You can read comments in the progress reports and check Loop Mail. There's a lot of information on SchoolLoop. That's why I think it should be your first stop. Okay, so when you get to your child's SchoolLoop page, this is the first thing you see. You have a lot of information on this first page. You have your whole class schedule. You have current assignments listed underneath. And you also have the option to click on the progress report for each class. And that is what I recommend you do first. And obviously you can choose which classes to do first. You can see zeros listed here, but the most information is going to be from the progress report. So once you click on that, you'll be able to see a list of the assignments that are marked as zeros or missing. And then you can also see all of the assignments listed on the left side. You can see when this page was last published. So if you or your student thinks that you turned something in and it should be updated by now, just check and see when the last time the teacher published this page, and you'll be able to tell if the teacher may have missed updating it for you, or if they need a reminder or something to update that missing work. I had a couple questions about what the letters mean. When you're looking at the progress report, this is just a snapshot of the page. When you look down on the bottom right side, it should give you a code, kind of a key for all the codes, and each teacher uses different codes. But for the most part, I think if you see M, for me that stands for missing. You might see an I for incomplete. E is excused. For me, M, missing, also means zero. Missing is no credit. And E, excused, means they're not going to receive any grade. It's not going to hurt their grade if it's not there. So that's another code you might see. So look at this page first, look at the zeros, and then scroll down until you can see the comments next to things that are missing or things that are incomplete. And so I do my best to fill in all the comments, all of the missing work, with a comment about how to make it up. And then the other thing that is important to see too, if you're concerned about the actual grade in the class, for my class, if you do all the work and you finish it according to all the directions, you're going to get 100%. You're going to get the completion credit for doing it and doing it well. Some assignments, I have some assignments called tasks. There's a little more involved, and I actually look at how students are answering the questions, and they may get maybe a 3 out of 4 or a 2 out of 4. And if they want full credit, I put it in the comments that you can get full credit if you make these corrections and turn it back in. So stuff like that. So teachers, I believe all teachers are trying to really use the comment section and fill it out completely so that we can give you the most information that you can find on your own. And then, of course, if it's still not clear, definitely reach out, email your child's teacher, and we can help clarify whatever is not clear. Okay, so that is SchoolLoop. This is where you go to check and see what exactly is missing or needs to be completed. Another thing I want to point out is it's also can be kind of difficult to prioritize. So here, this student has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. 2 of them are the same, Khan Academy twice. 2 of them are notes. Oh no, 3 are notes. And then you have an activity here. And in my class, anything that's an activity or a task is actually weighted a little bit more than everything else. And so what I tell my students is finish those first, because those are the most important parts of how your grade is determined, and then go back and do everything else. So that kind of prioritizing is really up to each teacher. If everything's worth the same, then maybe the teacher would say just start at the top and work your way through. Some teachers might say, please do the most recent things first, and some teachers might say, please do the oldest things first. So that's really up to the individual teacher of what the priority is, but I know that's something that's difficult for students and parents to determine, what do I even do first? And then something else that has come up is, my child's really stressed. We have all this work and we just don't know how to get through it all. Email your teachers. Teachers are very flexible, especially during this time, and explain the situation. I have had several conversations with parents about how things are going at home and if we can help with the stress level. And absolutely, I would say, for this student, I would say, don't worry about Khan Academy. Start with the garden activity. And then if you can do maybe one or two of the notes, that'll keep you up to speed with the content that we're learning. And then the rest I would excuse, because it's just kind of trying to be flexible, trying to keep it low stress. Okay. So you've checked SchoolLoop, you know what's missing. Now to see the actual assignment, you're probably going to need to head over to Google Classroom. This is an actual student's Google Classroom page. You can see all of their classes. You can see when things are due right off the bat. This is the first thing you see in each class. If there is something that's due this week, it's listed right there as soon as you see it. Each class lists their materials differently, but the way Google Classroom is set up is kind of like a blog or any other website that kind of has scrolling data. The most recent items are at the top, and then it kind of goes backwards in time. So each one looks a little different. Some teachers write a lot in their assignment post. Miss Martinez puts her whole agenda typed out in Google Classroom. Mine, I can't see it in this screenshot, but my agenda is a separate attachment. So just scroll through, find the information that you need. This is Miss Elliott. She just posts, virtual meeting, and click on the link. There's another option too. You can click on classwork, which is along the top of the page. Let's see, you can't see it in any of those, but classwork is at the very top of the page. So stream is what you see first, and then it's classwork. And classwork is the same as what's on the stream. It just, it might be organized a little bit differently. So I'll actually show I'll show you what that looks like. I'll actually do that right now. So if we go over to my classroom page, mine looks just has a few more things on the top because I'm the teacher. But if I click on classwork, I've actually organized my classwork into folders. And so the first thing you see for me are all the announcements. And then if you scroll down, you see all the warm-ups together, any links, classwork, homework, and notes. They're just in different categories. Whereas the stream is just as each assignment is posted. It's just a running feed of everything. While we're here, I will show you to open an assignment, you just click on it and it gives you the assignment details. Again, you can do the same thing in here. So if you want to open, what was the warm-up for that day, you can open that up. Late work form. So just click on it to open it, and then if it's something that needs to be turned in, so if we go down, let's do classwork. Students will click on this. Everything is built, you can just click on it and then fill it out. And so this is the assignment. They would just fill it out here and turn it in. All right, let's go back here. The last feature I wanted to show is the calendar. Because all of the Google apps are connected to each other, they have set up a calendar so that everything in Google Classroom is actually already written on a calendar for the student or typed in. There's a couple ways to get to the calendar. This is your Google Classroom homepage. In the top left corner, there's 3 lines. If you click on those 3 lines, you get to the calendar option. That's the second one. You can click on that. And right there, it shows you the week and it shows you the assignments that are due. What's really neat, I really love color coding. Every assignment that's in the same class is the same color. And additionally, that color matches kind of that class's color scheme for that class. So if you were to look back at Miss Elliott here, this blue one is Miss Elliott's class. Her class here is blue, if you notice that. So, and then Miss Gray is kind of that darker color, and so hers are the black ones there. So that's kind of nice color coordination. Another way to get to the calendar is from this button. This button is accessible throughout whenever you're in Google Chrome and on a Google page. These 9 squares are up in the corner, and these are all your apps, all your Google apps. So when you click on that, you also get the calendar option, and that'll take you to the month view if you like to see things in a month view, and then you can manipulate it. At the top, there's a drop-down menu. You can change month to week or to day. So this is what the week view looks like there. And then this is the day view. And then once you get to the day view, you can also click on the assignment within that day, and it'll take you, the link will take you straight to that assignment. So that is also really nice. It's just really nice how it's all connected. So hopefully that helps manage getting around Google Classroom and SchoolLoop. Just the biggest thing is stay in touch. Do not hesitate to email. Your teachers are happy to answer questions and make things less stressful so that we can all be the most successful during this time. So thank you very much.